Okay, so today's warm-up are 10 brawl, bleh, I can't speak. 10 bear crawl push-ups, 10 jump squats, 50 jumping jacks, 10 jump lunges, 10 bear crawl push-ups. I'm doing the push-ups because there are no push-ups later, so I just wanted more push-ups at the beginning. Why are you making a face, Jen? Should I repeat?
Yeah, I can't remember all of that. Say it again.
10 bear crawl push-ups, 10 jump squats. So push-ups, jump squats. 50 jumping jacks, like a regular thing. And then 10 jump lunges, and then 10 bear crawl push-ups again. 10, 10, 50, 10, 10. Arms, legs, jumping jacks, legs, arms. Oh, Jen, go to sleep. Okay, go. Bear crawl push-ups. Right, neck rotations. Other way. Up and down. Side to side. Ear to shoulder. Shoulder circles. Other way. What you call it? Chicken wing. Elbow circles. Elbow circles. Other way. Cross your chest. Over your head. Pivoting side to side. Hip circles. Other way. Back bend. Legs together. Touch your toes. From here, crawl all the way forward to your hips, all the way down. Cobra stretch. Look to your right. Look to your left. Downward dog. Left leg up, step it forward, left arm up. Right arm up, left arm down. Both arms down, drop your back knee, straighten your front leg, reach forward without bending your back. Foot back on the ground, and then go into pigeon. Both arms overhead. Both arms down, reaching forward. All right, return back to neutral and then up to downward dog. Right leg up and forward. Right arm up. Right arm down, left arm up. Both arms down, drop your back knee, straighten your front leg, reach forward without bending your back. That front foot back down and go into pigeon. Both arms up. Both arms down, reaching forward. Turn to neutral, back to downward dog. Drop your heels to the ground if you can. On all fours. Cat-cow real quick. Right arm underneath left arm. Shoulder on the mat, left hand on right hand. Back up, other side. Back up, child's pose. Reach over to the right. Reach over to the left. Back up. All right, we'll get right into movement drills. We're gonna do the hip thrust to sit out progression. Hip thrust, sit out progression. And then we'll do from here the frog leg. So hip out or hip up, sit out progression here, around, Front jump. Yeah, no, maybe. Front jump to wherever you need to go. Ah, Jen's frozen. Maybe she took a nap. Or Jen's frozen and thinking that she has to do whatever the last thing she was doing is. Oh, no, Jen disappeared. Oh, hey, we haven't done duck walks in a while, huh? All right. Well, I'll put this in here. All right. Next. I did. Welcome back. Bridge, hip escape, scissor kick, front roll. All right, next movement. Side control, escape, shrimping. So basically side shrimp. Yeah. Okay, how about this one? do the very, very, very low army crawl, kind of Spider-Man crawl on your floor. So from here, without lifting up your hips or your shoulders very much, right? And then when you get to the end, just come up and just do back rolls, however many you can in your space. And go back. Just change it up. Keep everything flat to the ground. Try not to lift up your hips too much or your shoulders. Try not to lift up your elbows. You do what you're doing. I can't see Jen. I'm going to say Jen's fine, even though you probably don't have enough space to do anything. You have like one crawl and then one roll. Flat. No, not flat. Flat to the ground, Sarah. Not that one. Just pretend you're, I don't know, that sea creature that like gets flattened and looks weird. I don't know what it's called. The one at the very bottom of the ocean that's like flat. All right. What was I gonna do next? Now I've forgotten. Duck walks. Duck walks across your mat. So try to all right, time. It's 7 o'clock. Okay, get water, get your dummies. Hope you enjoyed that random bit of weirdness. All right. So we've been working on dogfight, but I just want to clarify crucifix real quick, or at least an entry. There are several entries into a crucifix from somebody who's turtled, which is something I do all the time. But I also like, whenever I turtle, I put my arms here, right? So a lot of the time people will turtle and they're like really tight. And then the spaces even here, when I turtle, I'll try not to leave any space, right? I don't know if you can see that, but I'm trying to block off all the spaces. So when you're doing a crucifix, you want to enter into those spaces, right? So from here, one of the ways that I'll try to penetrate that frame, this frame, that's like that. I'll put one hand like at the bottom of the back, small of the back, or whatever, and I'll grab the collar and I'll just lift up. And that, a lot of the time they know that's coming, so they'll go back down. But in that little window that you created of movement, I'm gonna stick my knee into that hole, which doesn't work on the dummy, but into that space so that they can't frame up anymore. Their elbow and knee can't touch, right? So I'm here and I've opened up that space, which leaves this arm a little bit more open for you to grab. So a lot of the time people are here, but you can grab at the wrist. You can grab the wrist now that you've opened up the space. You can also grab at the bicep, but it won't always work like you're trying to do that. Another way is to basically, this is not nice, dig your heel into that space, but that's also like, I have very flexible hips, so that might not always work. But anyway, so this person here, I'm gonna dig at the hand here, because I'll be blocking here. Dig here at the thumb. I'm going to pry it open. So I pried it open, I'm gonna get the arm out, right? And then I'm going to get that to the beginning of the crucifix. So that's the normal entry. From the dogfight, we did that other entry where we had the overhook, right? And we're going to repeat this because I really want to do the dogfight progression. And we have the overhook, and we're trying to fight for dominance. So the reason I'm putting my leg up is to be able to push against the person who has an underhook on me, right? So I want to be higher, right? I mean, they can go lower and then get my leg, but that's not what we're working on today. So I'm here and I want an arm drag. So I have the overhook. I'm going to give myself some space to arm drag by putting my leg, putting one leg down and the other leg up so that I can come in and arm drag. And then to keep them from pulling their arm back, I'm going to switch back. And now they're going to hit my hip if they're going to try to pull their arm back, right? So, whatever. Here, we have the overhook. We switch, we're here. We push that arm into the space so that we have a lock on their arm. And from here, this arm, I'm going to grab the wrist. I actually don't want to do the Americana grip with both hands. I'll just have it here. If I can get underneath the neck, I'll get underneath the neck. If I can't, that's fine. I'm going to do the roll over my shoulders towards the legs. Here, come over. That's a good position. This is good. So I'm here. And if I had that arm over the neck, it's here. I'm going to use this hand that's over the neck to dig into the opposite collar. I'm going to go underneath the neck, underneath the chin, go to the opposite collar. And this time we're actually going to do the choke that goes here, where I just push my hands, right? So let's do that. I know there was a lot of talking, just do it. That makes sense. Thumbs up. Cool. So dogfight position. Go. What, Amy?
So I was going to ask if we were going to do, if you wanted us to do the entry from Turtle, or was that just showing a different way to get to
it? You guys didn't know what the hell I was talking about. Do the dogfight position, do the turtle position, whichever one. Just make sure that you're getting the crucifix hold with the legs. But if you want to work on the dogfight, just because we've been working on dogfight, do that.
For the dogfight, For the dogfight position, is there normally like some sort of half guard happening? Or are our legs free of each other?
Your legs are free of each other. I think there's going to be some like fighting with the legs, but usually not. You're more fighting with the arms and the head position. I never made the video with Sarah, but I will and show it or send it all out to you guys with the dogfight stuff.
The roll is towards the shoulder, closer to the legs, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Arm drag inside. There you go. Yeah, you're scooping in. So the other, what hand is that? Your right hand grabs the wrist. Your left hand, if it can go underneath the neck, go underneath the neck. The other way. Yeah. And you can grab the wrist again. You can have a double grip on the wrist. Yeah. All right, I'm going to do another submission that may or may not make sense on the dummies from the crucifix, but we're going to work on that too. So I'll have whatever leg usually triangle for the crucifix. I'm not going to ignore the hand part just because I'm trying to focus on the arm, right? So on a real person, the arm is not going to be like this. They're going to be like tensing it up, right? So here I want to get an X on the wrist, right? So I'm going to end up finding the wrist with whatever leg is on the bottom, because usually one leg is on the bottom, one leg is on the top. I'm going to find the wrist, and then I'm going to reinforce with my other ankle. So it ends up being an X like this over the top of the wrist, right here. And from here, I'm going to put both of my feet down, and that may make them tap out already. And if they don't, I'm going to put both of my feet down, and I'm going to hip up. And the whole time they're going to be swirling around with their arm, going to be trying to get it out. But you want to make sure that whatever way you have triangled or however you're holding it, you want one to cross. You want your ankle to find the wrist, and you want your other ankle to cross over. And you're still making sure that it's tight here, which is counterintuitive, I know. A lot of the time you want to do this, but you want to come here. There is also one where you can drop your knee down as long as you have this pretty tight on top of the wrist and your triangle there, and you drop your knee down. But we're basically making an X over the wrist. So that's submission 2. So submission 1 was this guy, where I come around, right? Where I got the hand in and it came around, right? That was submission 1. Submission 2 is the arm bar with my legs. Submission 3 is going to be more of a no-gi one, but it's also a choke. I'm just gonna get this ready with the dummy up. I'm going to fix a dummy's spinal column this weekend. But anyway, so I'm here, my legs are over there against this arm, but I found myself here at the beginning of the crucifix, right? I'm actually going to keep this hand on the wrist and make sure that it's away. This hand, if it's not already underneath the neck, I'm going to make sure that it's underneath the neck, and I'm going to grab at the trap here. And then I'm going to, on this way, breathe in real deep, and I'm going to put the back of my shoulder into the back of their neck, the front of my shoulder into the back of their neck. I'm making sure that I'm holding on to this arm so it doesn't defend, holding on to that arm. They can't defend against this. So I'm just going to breathe in and put my shoulder in. Let's go this way. Yeah. If you want to finish the old-fashioned way, you can come in, do the rear naked. Okay, so that's 3. So the lapel choke, the one that goes in underneath, the arm bar here, and then the no-gi choke, where you can put your hand on a single arm choke, single hand choke, or just do the complete rear naked. Yes, no, maybe?
For submission 2, does it matter which foot's on the bottom? Like if you ended up having to switch positions, will it still work?
I feel like the one that's on the outside should be on the first one, but can't really answer that on a dummy. I need to feel it. But yeah, you'll also need to feel it. Sarah, we're gonna make videos, okay? This weekend, videos, great. All right, with the little time we have, I'm going to show you two more things. One of them is if the person is escaping, they have somehow gotten their arm out of your crucifix. That one's just going to be easy. You're going to follow and do a back take, and then the other one is going to be weirder because you're going to be in a crucifix, and your dummy's going to crucifix you. How to get out of it from there. So if I have the crucifix here, I have the arm secure, I have this arm somewhat secure, and I'm trying to fiddle around with trying to get that arm bar, and like that arm bar is actually just really annoyingly difficult to figure out at the beginning. But say that you're like trying to find your ankle and try to get it to the wrist, and they slip out. And now they only really have like one way to go, and it's that way. They're going to turn this way, right, to get on their knees again. So when they're turning, just follow and get that back take. That one's going to be easy. Just try it a couple times just because it's good to know. The other one is, I'll do it from both ways, is if you're in the crucifix, you are in the crucifix. I'm not really sure how to get this guy in the crucifix, but if you're here, right, I don't want to stay here. I'm trapped. Both of my arms are trapped. I actually want to get lower. I don't want to, if I go this way, I feel like I'm trapping myself in the crucifix even more, even though I feel like I also am trying to get my arm out this way. But I actually want to get lower to the ground here. And even though I'm trapped, a lot of the time with this hand, I'm going to actually cup the leg. This hand will be stuck. And I'm going to roll. So I'm going to roll right now towards the head. And I'll get inside control. Right? So I'm going to try to do it from the other way. So I'm here, I'm trapped. However, all the time I will bend this arm at a 90-degree angle so that they can't straighten it, and I'll be holding on. I'll drop myself down, and I'm going to scoop myself, not at 45, but like a 30-degree angle so that I can roll in that direction. And my hair is a mess now. But yeah, that's a way to get out of crucifix without, if you can't figure out a way to dislodge your arm. So I'm gonna basically get into this position with my shoulders so that there's no way for them to like arm bar me in the crucifix. And the other one is already in that bent position, so it just stays. So the other one I want to get here. I usually hold the leg because that'll help pull me into that that back roll, right? Not totally sure which shoulder, need an actual person, but roll over the shoulder towards the head if you can, and like go at a 30-degree angle. So if I'm stuck here, I'll go at a 30-degree angle to be able to roll back that way. Sometimes I don't want to stay here because their body's going to still be in the way a little bit. So I want to just free up that space a little bit more, right? Okay. Crucifix back take, make your dummy roll out of it, and then make your dummy put you in a crucifix and get out of it by, you got to inch down and then roll. Yes, Jen.
Can you show the first one again? I was face down.
Okay, that's fine. The first one's like just basically following the person. I didn't spend too much time on it because that's really a timing one. Why did I flip you over? I need to flip you over. So from here, you have at least this hold, right? This hold, and they escape out. They can't turn that way because you have the shoulder. They'll turn this way, they'll turn that way, and all you have to do is stay close to them as they turn and get the back, and at least get the first hook. Get that first hook when you roll over. The second hook you might not get in, but you can, you know, roll and get both of you guys on your backs to get that back take. If that all makes sense. Today I'm not really making total sense, I feel. I'm amused. Yeah, go Sarah. Oh, come on, Jen. Go. Just see legs going up. Hi, Sarah. Yes. Scoot your shoulders down to the mat, Amy. Yep. Now roll. Yeah. So arm that's controlling the neck.
That's closer to their foot or closer to their leg.
Oh, say that again?
Are you rolling over the shoulder that's closer to their head or closer to their legs?
I actually can't remember which way I go when I actually go over real human. So I can't answer that until I do it over a real human. But
okay,
right now I'm saying over the one closer to the head, but it might be the one closer to the leg. I think it really, for me, depends on which shoulder is on the ground, which shoulder I've scooted more, like which arm is tighter, because sometimes they'll have like the leg tighter or the, you know, their arm control tighter. So whichever one I can scoot down to the ground first, I'm gonna roll over that one. I think is my rule of thumb.
Yeah, one is definitely easier than the other, but I think it's because I'm trying to roll from inside my hallway and I can only get like one angle. So yeah. I couldn't tell if it was because that's the right way or if it's because of my hallway dimensions.
It might be also that you're stronger rolling over a certain shoulder, because I think that's also what it is for me. You were asking Amy about the arm around the neck. Is that what? Yeah.
I was asking, so one hand is holding onto the leg. I think I got that. The other hand is holding on to something near the head.
It's not really holding on to anything. They're holding on to you. So your arm is already there because they're holding onto it. Like, do the crucifix on
Oh,
your
they're
booty?
controlling it like in a back take kind of where they have your hand.
They, so they'll usually, sure. They'll have your hand like this. They'll be holding on to the wrist, or they'll be holding on to this part here. So you already have it trapped. And I feel like maybe that might be the tighter shoulder, depending. Again, the rolling thing is whichever shoulder is less tight, whichever shoulder I can get to the ground first, I'm gonna roll over that one. So sometimes they'll focus the tightness over here. So I'll be able to get this shoulder to the mat, in which case I can roll over. But sometimes it's easier. I think I wanna roll over the head a lot more of the time because this arm is stuck. So I'll come here. And while that arm is stuck, now I can control it. Again, I will shoot all these videos with Sarah and make sure that all of this information is correct on a real person. Yeah?
Cool, thanks. Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. We'll do another minute of this and then call it a night, sort of. All right, time. Yes, I will shoot videos and send them to you for sure. So it is 7:33. I have a fun ab and lower back workout planned. Would you like to do that, or would you just like to do like 3 minutes of planking or something? Okay, I already have it written down. Let's just do that. Okay, there are 7 exercises. They're 45 seconds each. We're gonna start with left plank, and then we're gonna do right plank, and then we're gonna do 3 different Supermans. Superman with only the upper body, Superman with just the lower body, lower body, and then full Superman. And then we're gonna do left mermaid and right mermaid. So 2 side body things, 3 Superman things, 2 more side body things. Yeah? You can do low or high plank. Okay, it's only 7 minutes. We'll be done before 7:40. Y'all ready? Great. Let's do it. So side plank, lower high. Other side. All right, Superman, upper body only. So just lift your upper body, keep your toes down. All right, Superman, lower body only. So just lift your legs, get your thighs off the ground. Lift them as high as you can. All right, now regular Superman, upper body and lower body off the ground. Yeah. Explanation sounds so weird. Ooh. Your back's actually active. All right, now the mermaids, which we did the other day, is basically a crunch, a mermaid crunch. So, yeah. This shit. Hate this shit. Other side.
Mermaids hurt.
Mermaids do hurt.